Having power isn't nearly as important as what you choose to do with it. And what Matilda had in mind was nothing short of heroic.
Matilda sneaks along the side of the house, then stops by a window to watch Trunchbull. Trunchbull is sitting opposite her fireplace, sharpening a javelin. She slots it into a stand. Trunchbull reaches into the chocolate box and gobbles up one of the truffles. Matilda scurries off, then climbs wooden trellis on one of the house's walls. She reaches a small pointed rooftop. Matilda wears a red ribbon in her hair. She crawls across a longer section of sloped roofing, then perches on the tiles and gets out a set of binoculars, studying the window opposite her. She spies the portrait of Magnus in Honey's old room. She uses her powers to move aside the portrait, then switches on a lamp, smiling as she spots the Lissy doll. Matilda moves the doll through the air and simultaneously slides up the window. As the doll comes out, she shuts the window, but the strong winds end up sending the doll into a nearby tree. Matilda draws the doll towards her, but the stormy wind makes it difficult. The doll reaches her and she hugs it tightly. The doll stashed away, Matilda climbs back down the trellis, but her hair ribbon comes loose and is left behind. Trunchbull throws her javelin into a wall. The javelin is high up, so Trunchbull jumps up, trying to grab it. Trunchbull distracted, Matilda uses her powers to steal 2 chocolates, each wrapped in gold foil. She slides up the window and snatches the chocolates as Trunchbull manages to get the javelin. Trunchbull frowns as the window slams shut and marches up to it, her breath misting the glass as she presses her nose against it. Matilda has ducked down and hides beneath the frame. Trunchbull turns away and stows her javelin in its stand. Trunchbull picks up her cup of tea, sipping it as she gazes at the fireplace. Matilda moves the clock's hands so that it chimes on 9 o'clock. Trunchbull studies it with a frown as Matilda slides her armchair back. Trunchbull goes to sit, but falls down. She scrambles to her feet and sits down, while Matilda moves the clock to 10 o'clock. Trunchbull's eyes widen, then she grabs the clock and gives it a shake. Outside, Matilda uses powers to wiggle electric cables, causing the lights to flicker inside. Trunchbull puts the clock down, her frightened gaze scanning the room. Windows lift up, and the wind blows a stack of papers. Trunchbull clutches a javelin.
Leave me alone!
Her portrait above the fireplace floats forward, then falls down and topples into the small fire. Trunchbull gawps as it burns. Matilda's still at the window making all of this happen. Trunchbull's gaze darts to the ceiling on hearing a noise. Multiple shot puts tumble down the staircase. Trunchbull goes to the stairs, then spots Magnus's portrait floating over the banister. Trunchbull ducks down as the portrait swings past her and soars into the living room, knocking into a chandelier before settling above the fireplace. Trunchbull stares at the portrait's eyes, then the clock chimes midnight. Trunchbull scurries off, and Matilda hides by a tree as she watches Trunchbull running out of the house. Panicking, Trunchbull opens her car door as Matilda eats a chocolate. Matilda runs off as Trunchbull eventually gets into her car. Matilda's red ribbon is blown through the air and catches on the car's open door. Trunchbull spots it, grabs it, and gives it a good sniff. She smiles menacingly.